Huntsville has been one of the fastest growing cities in America, but the next 10 years could make today's prices look cheap. That's because national mega trends like the $84 trillion wealth transfer, pent-up buyer demand, falling mortgage rates, and generational buying waves are all colliding with local growth drivers like Space Command, FBI expansion, and Huntsville's unique affordability. Put all that together and you'll see why Huntsville real estate is poised to explode over the next decade. Right now, the median age of first-time homebuyers has climbed all the way up to 38 years old. That's the highest on record. Millions of buyers have been sitting on the sidelines because of high interest rates and home prices. But when affordability improves, those buyers won't disappear. They'll flood back into the market. And markets like Huntsville, with job growth and lower costs compared to the national averages, will capture more than their fair share of that demand. Even a small change in interest rates make a big difference. Dropping from 7% down to 6% increases buying power by about 11%. On top of that, with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac moving towards privatization, we can expect new programs, increased competition, and lower rates and fees. Some of the innovations coming down the pipeline could include a 40-year mortgage, co-investing options with even no down payment programs. Couple that with Huntsville's already strong affordability, and you have a recipe for a major surge in housing activity here in Huntsville. We've already seen lending pick up every time rates dip, which proves how sensitive today buyers are to affordability shifts. Millennials, the largest adult generation in the US, number about 73 million. So over half of them, about 52%, plan to buy a home. That's 20 to 25 million potential home purchases coming over the next decade. In Huntsville, with our tech, our defense, and space industries, we're attracting millennials at a faster clip because the average age of workers here skews younger than the rest of the nation. And right behind them comes Gen Z, which is about 69 million strong, with 67% of those planning to buy. That could translate into another 25 to 30 million purchases. Combined, millennials and G represent about 45 to 55 million potential home sales nationally over the next 10 to 15 years. Huntsville, with its affordability and career opportunities in STEM, defense, and biotech, is really positioned to capture a massive share of this generational demand. The US currently has a housing shortage of about 4 to 5 million homes. Even with strong building activity, demand is still outpacing supply. With Pulte now leading the FHFA, we can expect new incentives for builders to accelerate this construction, but Huntsville has a unique advantage. Plenty of land through annexations, which gives it room to expand. Even so, demand is so strong that inventory will remain tight, ensuring steady home appreciation for years to come in Huntsville. Over the next 2 decades, boomers and the silent generation will pass down about $84 trillion in wealth. That means inheritances, down payment gifts, and all cash purchases will be more common than ever. Millennials and Gen Z in Huntsville will be some of the biggest beneficiaries of this transfer, and we'll see many of them using that money to buy their first home here. At the same time, boomers themselves will be downsizing or moving closer to their kids and grandkids. And Huntsville, with its affordability and strong healthcare system, will be a natural magnet for that. Even with today's challenges, home ownership remains the #1 aspiration for Americans, above wealth, retirement savings, and really even career success. And the numbers tell the story. The median net worth of homeowners is about $400,000 compared to only $10,000 for renters. That's a 40 to 1 wealth gap. And in Huntsville, families still have the opportunity to achieve that dream at a much lower entry price compared to other tech hubs around the country. One of Huntsville's biggest strengths is its steady job growth. Space Command headquarters is officially moving here, bringing more than 1,700 jobs, plus ripple effects across contractors. And on top of that, the FBI is expanding in a big way. About 500 jobs are already committed. And with new facilities under construction, another 1,500 to 1,600 positions could be coming with those new facilities. Add in Mazda, Toyota, biotech, and defense contractors, and you've got a job market that will fuel this housing demand for decades. Another advantage Huntsville has over cities is room to grow. Thanks to aggressive annexations, Huntsville is now the 27th largest city by landmass in the entire US. That gives us plenty of room for future development while still keeping prices competitive compared to crowded metros where growth is capped. Lifestyle matters too. Huntsville's been ranked the #1 place to live in the United States by US News, and for good reason. Mixed-use communities like Mid-City District, Town Madison, Cliff Farm, and Providence are reshaping how people live, work, and play. Demand for second homes is also booming at Smith Lake and Lake Guntersville. The Huntsville Amphitheater is boosting tourism and quality of life, while cost of living remains 30 to 50% lower than comparable tech hubs. At our central location with driving distances of Nashville, Atlanta, Birmingham, Chattanooga, and even Gulf Coast beaches, and you can see why people are choosing Huntsville. Finally, leadership matters. The Space Command announcement was historic not just for the jobs, but for the unity it showcased. Governor Ivey, Senator Tuberville and Katie Britt, Congressman Strong, Mayor Battle, and Madison County Chairman Mac McCutcheon were all on the same stage, all saying the same thing. We're unified, we're committed, and we're ready to support Huntsville's next chapter of growth. In today's divided political climate, that kind of alignment is rare, and it ensures that Huntsville will continue to attract federal projects, infrastructure investment, and new industry for years to come. So when you put all these factors together, all the pent-up demand, the lower mortgage rates, and all the growth and room to expand here in Huntsville, it's clear why Huntsville is positioned to explode over the next decade. If you're waiting to buy here, the next 10 years will likely make today's prices look cheap. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates for Huntsville, Alabama real estate, and reach out if you're ready to buy, sell, or invest in one of the fastest growing real estate markets in America. And remember, who you hire matters.